Guys, welcome back to our first sort of studio video. In today's video, obviously a little bit different, not a riding video. What we're going to be doing is ripping off all the plastics, all the graphics, and actually doing custom graphics and new plastics. Now, a couple of things are going to stay more than likely, like the handguards. Yeah, anyway, it should be a fun video. I'm going to give you guys the short version of that. Now, you may say, like, Pete, why on earth have you bought an Erzberg edition of the KTM 300 XCW TPI and now you're going to rip off all the graphics and the stuff and just make it look different? I mean, they've spent a ton of time designing this graphic kit. To be honest, I couldn't care less for the graphics. The only reason I wanted to take them off is I want to preserve them, because the next person that buys this motorcycle probably might want to have the original plastics in their like good enough condition. You can see a few scuff marks here as I've been riding. I've only ridden it 3 times. I think we've got 4 hours on the motorcycle now. It's been incredible. It's been such a good bike to come back on, to get into riding a little bit. I must say, a little bit of me wanted to do more like moto style, but I only realized that after I got back into riding. But yeah, anyway, found some great trails out in Amanas that I'm looking forward to getting on pretty soon with my brother. Yeah, so that's pretty much what we're going to do. I have gone for an all-black plastic kit, which is down here from Polysports. And then we've got our graphics have arrived the other day from Bandit Graphics. And I kind of went for one of their semi-custom kits. It should be a fun little video. Anyway, first things first, what I'm going to do. The motorcycle is clean. I would give it about a 9 out of 10 on clean. I actually just rode it around the block on some grass the other day. Tried to practice some of the slow wheelies, which I completely suck at. Yeah, so really need to get on the clutch and throttle balance still, but we're working on that. As they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, so yeah, we're going to take it easy on that. I don't want to damage the motorcycle. Now, first things first, I'm going to rip off all the plastics, the factory plastics, and I'm going to basically time warp you guys out to a naked motorcycle, essentially. Then we're going to prep all the new plastics, and then get to sticking. I've got a little carpenter's knife, more like a craft knife for trimming off any excesses. I'm going to use some masking tape to help me line up the graphics. And yeah, I've never done a full motocross bike with graphics, so this should be an interesting experience. I did do some of these clear decals the other day over here. And they were not easy to do on the curved surfaces, so I might need to go and grab my wife's hairdryer. So without further ado, let's go. Right, update. We've got the bike pretty much looking like Robbie Knievel's bike. Pre-crash, obviously. That back section is going to be a mother animal to get off, so not too pumped on that. I've taken off all the easy bits. Now the tempting part is to skip the back. I first want to see what is all in that Polysport kit. But I'm thinking that bag's going to have to come off, which means the entire, like, sort of subframe, I think that's what it's called, it has to come off. All the electronics, the air boot, and I'm probably not the most handy person in the world. So, let's see what we got. Okay, good news, it actually detached right here, so thankful that I didn't have to go through all of that. Now, we just need to take off the fork protectors. And then we've basically got a naked bike. It's crazy to think, like, I do quite a bit of effort to clean this thing, how much sand and stuff still ends up in here. I'm so pumped to see what this final product's gonna look like, but this, guys, as you know, if you've done any sticker stuff, I think this was the easy part. Okay, everything's off, fork protectors. Now I'm gonna start just putting stuff back. And I'll wipe everything down with like 99.9% isopropyl alcohol once we've got all the plastics and the stuff back, and then we'll start the tedious bit, which is going to be applying the graphics. One more thing I have to do is on the headlight. I have to just pop the headlight out of its sort of assembly, and initially I ordered a whole replacement headlight, but then I was like, I could just pop this out and we should be good to go still. So I just need to swap that, but I'll kind of do that once I work my way back to there. I'm super pumped to see what this comes out as. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna fast forward us to having all the plastics back on, I guess. Boom. Okay. All black. It's kind of fading out with the light a little bit. Let me see if I can make that better for us. Here we go. Okay, so that should make the bike pop a little bit more. I mean, if I stand here, you can obviously see. What I've done now is I haven't put the taillight piece back in. Something also to note, and I can show you guys that, is on the front mudguard, what I saw when I disassembled it is that water sort of accumulates over here. So what I did was, and I'll overlay some footage of that, I took my drill and I drilled 2 holes through the new mudguard, the black one. We've got all our plastics here. So yeah, seat's not on yet, like fixed yet, because I want to do the graphics, and if I need to trim something, I can still trim without having the seat there. So what I'm going to do now is take 99% alcohol, rub every single piece of plastic down, and perhaps even take a little bit of Scotch Guard to give some form of texture. Lay out my graphic, what goes where, not make any mistakes. One thing we haven't done, we haven't got the fork guards on. I think I might do those graphics off the bike simply because of the shape. It might be a little bit easier to do it that way. But overall, black's pretty pumping. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, let's get some stickers up, but first I'm gonna have some lunch. So I'll see you guys after lunch, I guess. Okay, so this is our front number board. I've decided to go for number 243 because that is the caliber I'm going to be shooting. 6 dasher, which is 243 bullet diameter. If you want to watch our other channel, we make gun videos. We're at about 80,000 subscribers now, almost there. So make sure to drop a sub there. Right, kom eens kijken hoe gaan dit. Right, so this is where we are. We've done the rear mudguard, front headlight. It's looking super cool. I'm going to start now with the rear number board. We've sort of got the Erzberg details in here, so we can still see it's that limited edition. I'm going to line up with that rear bolt hole there where the seat goes on and hopefully not screw this up. Okay, we're all set. Graphics are on, new plastics, the works. Unfortunately, the lighting inside here really doesn't show off the bike as it is, so let's step outside and take a closer look. Right guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Motorbikes behind me. That was super fun. More work than I was expecting. Just really glad I didn't have to take the airbox off. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it with a mate, and let me know what you think of the graphics. We sort of incorporated some of our shooting sponsors and stuff like that. Again, I'm going to mention we have another channel. Make sure you're subscribed there if this is your first time watching here. I hope you enjoyed. Bye.